Tahnaya.
Yes.
What does it mean?
Means spirit of the mountain lion.
Jesus.
I know.
In what language?
Native American Indian. I am very much Australian, but my parents just liked the name.
Okay.
So.
Do you have any siblings?
I have 3 siblings.
Do they all have badass names like that?
Some of them.
Okay.
My older sister's Jess or Jessica, so she got like the normal name, and then my older brother's Kai, so his is
I
getting
like that
there.
name.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Kai is a very good name.
Yeah.
Is that K-A-I?
No, it's KY. Just KY.
Just 2 letters.
Just 2 letters.
That's so
it.
conventional.
I know.
That's so good.
A little bit different. And then I'm Tahnaya,
Yes.
which is, everyone pronounces it wrong. But you've done well today.
Appreciate it.
And then I've got my younger brother's Jarrah.
Jarrah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, it's like the tree. There's a Jarrah tree.
I don't know what that is.
It's a type of tree.
You're talking to first generation immigrants.
This is, yeah.
Proceed
This
with
is
caution.
true. It's a type of tree.
Okay. I can work with that. So you are Tahnaya.
Tahnaya, yes.
Who are you, Tahnaya?
Who am I? Big
So
question.
Get into the good stuff already.
It depends who's asking. Like, to the outside world, I'm a wife and a violinist and a performer. I'm a teacher, but I'm also a friend and a daughter, a sister, and I try and be a good person. But yeah, I don't know.
But you've done a good job.
Oh, thank you. I'm like, who am I?
You know what's so good about your answer? You gave me a whole list of all the ways that you acknowledge yourself existing as.
Yeah.
Which not a lot of people do.
This is true.
A lot of people, they limit themselves to maybe 1 or 2. Like, I'm a wife, I'm a security worker, I'm a post office clerk, 1 or 2 things. You've given me pretty much... you've got a few missing. Like I would say a cousin, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, you've given me quite a few. Do you ever sit down and think about all the ways that you exist as?
Not very often. Do I take the time to sit down and think about that? But you asking me that question, it's interesting because each thing I've said, I see myself in a different way in each of those situations, slightly different. Like I'm the same person and I present as I am, and I like to think that I'm quite an authentic person to myself. Like what you see is what you get. Okay. But obviously there's slightly different facets, how I am with my family and friends is probably slightly different to how I am at work, because you've got that professional sense. But yeah, there's a lot of different facets, I guess, to who I am.
Which one's your favorite?
Oh, you can't choose a favorite.
Come on.
Well, they all intertwine so much, but
there's different categories, right?
That's it. Very different categories.
There's the first one. There's the last one.
Yeah, and I think, I would like to say who I am as like a friend and like in my family, because I think when you're with your friends and your families, you are the most you're the most authentic version of yourself when you're with the people that you're most comfortable with. But in saying that, because I work doing what I love and that's my passion, it is so intertwined into who I am and how I view myself as well. So it's very interesting. I think it's all actually connected a little bit.
If you were to put all of these versions and copies of yourself into one community, what kind of community would that be?
What do you mean, what kind of community?
So think about how you exist in all of these different dimensions, all of your different characters, all of your different moods, all of your different mindsets. Think of them as their own separate people. And now think of them as one community that's living on the same street.
Oh, okay.
Would that be a welcoming community?
It would be, well, I would like to think it would be a very welcoming, loving and giving community. Because it doesn't matter like who I am, which facet, you know, whether it's work or personal life. I think that I'm quite a giving person. Like I always want to be open to people and assist in any way, whether it's advice or be an ear for people to, you know, talk to and be there to listen, or, you know, whatever way it is. So I think it would.
So is that what they all share, giving, generosity?
You're asking tough questions.
Right from the get-go.
I know, like straight into it. I think so, but I think it would be everyone in that community would present as their true self. You know, no facades and, you know, I'm going to show this fake version of myself. It would just be, oh, this is who I am. And everyone would be very real.
You always been honest?
I think so, yeah. I can't be any other way. No, I just can't. If you ask anyone that knows me, I can't lie. Like I could tell you a lie and it's so obvious. Like
can't or won't?
Sorry?
Can't or won't?
I'm not good at it, so now I don't do it. So when I was young, I couldn't lie. Like it just, you know, you try and tell a fib or whatever, it wouldn't fly. Like no one would believe me. So now I don't bother.
Okay. What happens? You just get stressed?
I think people just see straight through it.
Really?
Yeah.
Everyone, or just the people that are close to you?
Nah, everyone.
That must be so shit.
No, it's good actually, because it holds me accountable to just be myself, you know.
Yeah, but then again, when people ask you for your name at Starbucks, you have to give me your real name.
Well, see, this is actually a real issue because I do, and no one can spell it. and even I've had that thought. I'm like, just tell them, you know, Sarah or something. No, I can't. It's Tahnaya.
Yeah, they'll probably fuck up Sarah as well.
True.
Yeah. No, it's Starbucks, yeah.
That's it.
When was the last time you ever lied?
Ever lied?
Like the most recent one, let's say.
See, I can't even remember because I'm like, I don't do it. Actually, no, that's a lie. I
can use this one.
This one. I wouldn't call it a lie, but I withheld. I found out that someone close to me had their baby and given birth, and I kept it a secret because they didn't want it public. For it was like 2 weeks or something. It was quite a while. So I was proud of myself with that one.
That's not really.
It was for a good cause, you know.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that's a lie. That's just not telling the truth.
That's it. And so that's something I can do, you know, keep confidentiality and things. But just like a direct lie when there's no need to lie, you know, if you told me something, you said don't tell anyone because it mattered to you, that's fine. I'll happily keep that to myself. But I don't call that lying.
So you're good at keeping secrets?
For other people. Not even for myself, but for other people, yeah.
How does that work?
I don't feel the need to keep secrets. I don't feel the need to hide a part of myself. And that comes back to probably I've just always been authentically myself, I think, you know, as much as I could be. And so now I'm like, well, this is who I am. This is what you get, you know. And now I think that's a good quality. I actually try and be like that now as well.
Is there a weakness in this quality?
It could be perceived as a weakness, and sometimes you wonder if, you know, should I be completely myself, you know, in certain scenarios. But I also think that if I'm happy with who I am and I'm proud of who I am as a person, then that isn't a weakness, because if people don't like that or don't agree with me, well, they're probably not people that are meant to be in my life anyway.
Won't they try to exploit it, though?
Quite possibly, yeah.
And are you aware of that?
Yeah.
You can pick up on it easy.
Yeah, but that's okay, because that's a reflection of them if someone's going to do that. You know, I'm not like that. You know, I don't ever want to be that person. But if other people do it, I can't control them. So they're going to do it whether or not I'm myself.
Yeah, but then that's better for you, because now you can filter out people from your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone is like quick to take advantage of you, it's just like, you know.
Yeah, then I won't have as much time for them. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. And then, you know, you might not be as open. Like, I think there's a level of openness as well. When you first meet someone, you're not going to be like, this is me and this is like the good and the bad and like everything. It's a process of opening up to people as well.
Now,
So
do you think we don't do it straight away because we're scared?
yes.
What? We're scared of what?
I think scared of judgment and scared of people's opinions, which is judgment. And scared that, you know, if I opened up to you, well, maybe you wouldn't like the person I was, you know, or you might judge me or that kind of thing. So that's where I really try and go, okay, I'm going to break past that, because that's my own problem then as well, isn't it? If I've got that fear of judgment, that's something I need to work on, because you may judge me, you may not.
Yeah.
I can't control that. And yeah.
But here's the thing. I was talking to a friend 2 days ago or yesterday, and we were talking about judgment and whatnot. We drew to a point that always leaves me in the middle. Are you entitled to righteous judgment, or is this just not a thing? Like, to what extent can you judge people and not be doing it wrong, or do you just not do it at all?
What do you mean by righteous judgment?
See, I didn't understand that either. It is judgment in a way, but you're making it sound right. I don't think there's a right or wrong judgment. Judgment is judgment. If you're judging on people, you're taking a higher place. You're assuming a higher place in you know, almost morally, right? You're assuming that you're higher morally. So there's no right or wrong. There's no righteous. There's no wrong. But should you do it? Is it okay? Because subconsciously we do it all the time, right?
Yeah.
We always judge.
I feel like there's a point in which you can't help it. Like, as you say, you judge people all the time subconsciously, and it might not be negative judgments, but I think you can call them judgments or even observations sometimes. But I think when you make it into a judgment, I personally don't think we should judge people, because, as you say, you're judging them from your place. You don't know their life. You don't know their life experience and why they're doing what they're doing or the way they are. But it's really hard not. Like, I don't think you could ever say, well, I never judge people, you know, because I think that's unrealistic. I think there's also an element that is subconscious, but if you're aware of it and you're going, oh, actually, I might be judging this person, this might not be quite a good thing, to then change that for yourself. Or if you hear yourself saying something, be like, oh, hang on, should I be saying, like, do I have even a right to be making a judgment on this?
Yeah, but there's also people that are like, you look at them, you're like, how the fuck did you get there?
But is that a judgment? You're asking the question, depending on the place you're coming from with that. But how did they get there?
Yeah, it's
That's
very
a genuine
weird.
question,
it's
though.
Weird. It's so weird. It's so bizarre. You talk to a person and they give you their life story, and even if before they give you the life story, you look at where they at right now, and there are some really deep places. They're, you know, they've fucked their life over, literally, right? Or it could be life fucking them over, because sometimes it happens. Some people just get fucked over by their life, and it's out of their control, and one thing follows another, and they don't help themselves, which makes it worse, and so they just end up on the streets. Yeah. Which is interesting, because every time you talk to a homeless person, they always have the same theme around them. Their contempt. They accepted where they at. They accepted what happened in their life. They don't try to fight it back.
Interesting.
And they also kind of blame it on themselves. They're very nice people, homeless people.
Yeah, I think most of the time. Yeah.
Except the ones with knives and shit.
Yeah. And then you're like, okay, get me out of here.
Yeah.
But that's interesting because, you know, how did they get there? And everyone's going to have a different story. You know, there might be similar themes, but everyone's had a completely different upbringing, a completely different story. They've made different decisions. And then I think also from there, okay, you found yourself in this position. Well, are you going to stay here? What are you going to do about it? And, you know, then you get into the subject of what can you do about it. But, you know, wherever you find yourself in your life, if you're not happy there, how did you get here? Yeah. And where do you want to get to? What can you do to get to where you want to get to? You know, you can always take steps. And I think if people stay in the mindset of like life has done this to me and I'm a victim of what life has done, then they're going to stay there. But if you go, okay, well, this is where I'm at, whether or not it's my fault or life's done this, whatever, where do I want to get to, and take responsibility for it, because then you're empowered.
Well, the thing is, the people that bitch about how life has been hard to them, they also have to understand that no one cares.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Well, you know,
like even the people close to you, you can tell them all the time, and they're gonna get to a point where they're fed up. Like, try telling your mom about how, or your dad or your partner, how life has been rough to you 5 times a week. Good fucking luck.
Yeah.
I swear, honestly.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it gets to a point where it's like, do something about it.
Yeah.
That's me anyway. You know, I'll listen to you, but then it's also, well, you can. Like, I'm all about growth and empowerment, and you know, I feel like you have responsibility of your own life, and you've got control of your own life, and it doesn't matter what life throws at you. You can always pick yourself back up again. You can always make a new choice. You can always do something different. So yeah, like, I'll listen to you and I'm here for you, but then I'll help you do something about it. And if you don't want to do anything about it, that's when my patience is wears a bit thin.
You ever been in a situation where you didn't know what's going on in your life and you just needed to be pulled out of it? Or have you ever always been on a steady path and you know what you want and you know where you're going?
For sure. Like, I think in life, I always strive to be growing as a person. And so that takes you in really different directions as well. But I think for sure you get to a place where you go, well, I might not be happy where I am. Maybe I don't know what I want. Or you do know what you want and you don't know how to get there. Yeah. Or you kind of go, there's got to be more, you know. Or so I think everyone gets to points multiple times in their life, I would say, where you go, you reevaluate where you are and is this where I want to be going, or do I want to be going in a different direction? And sometimes it helps to get another perspective, whether that's someone telling you something or giving you a perspective on your life, being like, well, hang on, this is what I see, and you might see it differently and get that perspective, or getting away from your life, you know, and like physically away, you know, on a holiday or like somewhere that's actually out of your life, and you get that perspective of your life and you go, oh, this problem I was having isn't so big, or maybe I'll do this, you know, and you actually get a different perspective as well. So for sure, quite regularly, I would say, you reevaluating where you're at and where you want to go as well.
Are you a stubborn person, or do you take advice easy? Because now you're talking about all of that.
I probably both. I think I'm both. I think I'm quite
Maybe both.
Maybe not stubborn. I would say determined.
Okay.
I would say determined.
Okay, walking a very thin line right now.
I know. But it probably depends on who's giving the advice as well, I think. And, you know, if I've got a lot of respect for someone, and I'm actually, anyone that tells me any advice, I will take it on and evaluate it. And whether or not I agree with it is a different thing. But definitely I'm always welcome to people's opinions and advice, because it's a different perspective, and it's something that if I haven't thought of it, you know, if I don't think that way, you know, they come from their experiences in a completely different life. Yeah. And so I am very open to it. And hearing that, and whether or not I agree with it is different, and whether or not I take it on board, it probably depends on the advice.
Okay. What's the best advice you ever got?
Best advice this is so hard. How do you choose one?
There's got to be one that sticks out though.
Best advice I ever got was from my mum, and it's still ongoing. She will still tell me this today.
Shout out to your mum.
Yeah, shout out to my mum, Lynn. She knows how important she's been in my life and still is. And that is to follow your passion, whatever it is. And to not let anyone ever tell you that you can't do something. Hands down. Because I feel like that, and as I said, she's reminded me of this many, many, many times in my life. But that kind of advice and support is why I'm doing the career that I'm doing now. There's no way I'd be where I'm at without that, because it's a very different thing that I do, music full time. As a full career, because a lot of people do it part-time or as a hobby. So to actually pursue that and to stick with it and to keep going, and when people tell you can't do it, or you can't make a living doing music, or you will never earn any money, or all that kind of stuff, and people beat you down, that advice is hands down the best. Keep going, and you can do it, and don't listen to anyone that tells you can't.
Did your parents put music into your heart, or was it always there?
So when I was young, very little, we would always listen to music. There was always music, playing in the house, CDs and things like that. My parents weren't particularly musical, didn't play an instrument or anything, but they loved music. So we were always, we had instruments and things growing up, for kids, marimbas and things like that. And we're always singing around and things. And my siblings and I were quite musical as children. But from the age of 3, I asked my parents for a violin.
Okay.
And they don't know where I'd even heard a violin or knew what a violin was. They're like, what do you mean? You haven't even seen a violin. And so from the age of 3, I asked them for violin.
Where did you see a violin?
I don't know. I actually don't remember that far back. But apparently I would ask them, and every now and again, not every day, but every now and again I'd ask, can I have a violin? Can I play violin? And they were like, oh, you're young, you're 3. This will pass. They didn't get me one until my 7th birthday.
Jesus.
So I'd been asking for 4 years, and they were like, we should probably get her one. She's been asking for a while. So I got a violin at the age of 7.
Okay.
And
that's a good age to get a violin, though, yeah?
It is actually, yes. Yeah. It's a very good age. It's actually a great age to start learning. You can start younger, because I teach violin as well.
How much younger?
I teach kids from about the age of 5. I think, in my opinion, that's about the youngest you would want to start structured playing. Before that, sure, play around on it. But in my opinion, I don't think there's too much benefit in, structured lessons and things before that.
Why?
Well, a lot of reasons. You're so young that the comprehension isn't going to be there of what they're doing and everything, but also actually their dexterity and things like that isn't quite developed before then. Kids do start when they're 3 and things like that, and that's great. But it's really hard. You're actually not dexterity developed and things like that at that point. So it's hard to, you're using fine motor skills of your fingers and things like that. So it's quite challenging for little children to get their hands around. Yeah. And, holding it and just doing it is,
because it's a very big instrument for them.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I got a violin at 7, and I was so excited that I dragged my entire family down the beach on my birthday, and I played. I mean, I couldn't play at this stage, but I played this violin to the dolphins. There were no dolphins, but I said, I'm playing to the dolphins. Credit to my family. They're so supportive. They're like, yeah, this is great, and encouraged me. And then also the way I was as a child, I think I was quite stubborn.
Okay.
Or determined. Maybe I just knew my own mind, but I didn't want structured lessons.
Okay.
So I started teaching myself to play the violin for 2 years.
How?
It's a great question.
How?
And I say that now with my experience. They gave me a beginner book, and so it had diagrams and things. So I taught myself. I don't know how much I actually learned in those 2 years. And then 2 years later, at the age of 9, I started having proper lessons.
Yeah.
And she was an amazing teacher. I see her still, and she's a good friend. But I often wonder, I'm like, how did you put up with me coming in being like, I know how to play? And she's probably like, oh my God, starting from the beginning.
Annoying kid again.
Probably, yeah. So she was so lovely and supportive. So yeah, started properly having lessons and things from there.
Yeah, because there was no internet back then. So you had to do it the old way.
Yeah. Oh, I had, the paper books and I mean, I still have a lot of them. I still actually use them with my students.
Well, how does that work? Because I see a lot of people is it the notes and you have to go by the notes?
Yeah. So you're reading music.
Yeah. The melody.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So you read the notes and the rhythms and what's
How do you read them?
You learn to read them. So it's like learning another language of like all the notes mean something different and where they sit on the lines tells you what note you're playing. And it's all basically symbols that tell you what rhythm you're playing, what notes you're playing, how the melody goes.
So do you know each and every single one what it means?
Yeah.
Okay, what does the one that looks like an M letter without a line in the middle mean?
An M without the line that's on top of the music?
Yeah.
It's a mordant.
A what?
So, it's called a mordant. So you play, it's like a little trill on the note almost. So it's an ornamentation on the note. I'm going to get too technical.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
So you'll play the note, say you're playing like the note A, and then you'll play, instead of just playing an A for that note, you'll play ABA. So it's adding an extra note or two into that note to give it a bit of variation.
Okay.
It's called ornamentation. So you're not actually writing out all those notes, but if you choose to, when you've got ornamentation written in there, it's like an embellishment.
Okay. Because the one that we're talking about is a mixture of, it's like doubling up one of them, right? Because sometimes I see one by itself,
I'm not sure we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, can you pull a photo?
Sorry.
Can you pull a photo up of the melodies? Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So,
this one. Oh, that's...
What's that?
That's a crotchet. It just means you play a note for one beat. It's like one second. Yeah.
And then when you put two of them, what does that mean?
That are connected with a bar across the top.
Yeah.
Then it's half a beat. So it's a quicker note.
Oh, so that's the one I was talking about.
Sorry, I got into something. I was like, how do you even know about this? Yes, right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's ones.
Yeah.
There's
so you've got,
lot.
and then if it doesn't have any color in the middle, it's like a hollow note with the stem. It's a longer note, so it's like two beats. And so it depending on if you've got the tail or if it's colored in or if it's got the dots, it's telling you how long we're playing the note.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Dude, there's so many things.
Quarter rest. 8 rest. What is that, rest?
Yeah, so these are rests that correspond
What's
to
a
these
rest?
notes.
Is that like a stop?
You stop playing, so it's a pause, it's silence.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's like we have silence for one beat, which is around 1 second, or we have a rest for half a beat, which is a shorter period of time. Yeah.
What's a natural?
A natural is a note. So these symbols tell you if the note is to be played as is, like how it naturally is, hence natural, or you've got sharps and flats, and these symbols tell you, are we making the note lower in pitch, or are we making it higher in pitch, or are we bringing it back to its natural state?
Okay.
So
do you ever think about the fact that they look like golf clubs?
I've actually never thought of that, but I'm very bad at golf, so that's probably why.
Look at that half note. It looks like a golf club.
Okay, now that's all I'm going to think about.
Let's go golfing. Every time you're going to go up right now.
That's it. I'm surprised my husband didn't tell me that.
DJ Khaled in your mind. Let's go golfing.
Oh my goodness, that's
Why are you
hilarious.
bad at golf?
I don't play very often at all.
Does your family play?
My brothers now play, and my dad plays, but
Have you tried it?
I have.
Okay.
I went sometime this year, and it was very dismal.
So relaxing.
It's quite fun. Like, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I'm just really bad. Like, it took me
What's
so embarrassing.
bad?
It took me quite a few holes to be able to like hit the ball on the first swing, because I would miss.
Oh.
I'm
Like from
bad at golf. Yeah.
Like so, okay.
So it's quite enjoyable, but
Yes, if you can hit the ball.
yeah. Otherwise, it's frustrating.
You want to go to a golf course, you see a whole lot of holes in the floor. Oh, what happened? Oh,
Tahnaya been
this one was here.
That's it. I played a lot of golf courses. I like play the violin, but I don't play golf.
Yeah. Oh, you played a violin at golf courses?
Yeah, like it usually. No, at the golf clubs. For events and
so
things.
not on the
green.
Yeah, not on the green.
That would be fun though.
That would be fun.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's a lie. I did. Or right next to the green. Sometimes they've got wedding ceremony spaces. Right on the golf, like next to the green.
While people are playing.
Yes. So you hope they don't.
What happens if you
get the ball wrong and knock out the couple?
The violinist.
So I've actually thought about that. I'm like, let's hope. Usually it's like a nice golf course where you hope people can play. So
yeah.
Hope for the best.
Hole in one. Gone wrong.
No. Oh my goodness.
You just see it coming your way. You're like, oh fuck, all right.
I don't think I'd even see it. Like it'd just knock you out. You'd be like, oh gosh. At least you'd hope it just wasn't the couple. Like anyone else would be better.
Yeah. And then you play a sad note.
You know, people say that. They're like, what do you... Sorry. A little bit off topic. I play it, obviously, as you know, like lots of weddings and events and different things. I play proposals as well. And people go, oh my gosh, like what if someone said no and touch wood, I've got 100% success rate. Okay. No one's ever said no when I've been playing. But I'm like, they're like, what do you do? And I'm like, I don't know. I'd probably just keep playing.
At a proposal?
At a proposal, yeah.
Yeah, but won't they like have thought it out before? Because how many times is a proposal unplanned?
When I play at them, they're planned. Yeah. So they go, I'm proposing this day, this time. You know, they'll book me. They'll have flowers, and it's an event.
Yeah, what's the point of it?
Well, hopefully the person they're proposing to doesn't know.
They probably do though.
Sometimes, but sometimes it's a surprise, which is nice.
Really?
Yeah. No, because they always make up a reason of like why.
How?
Are we well? So the other day I played at a proposal at a theatre, and they thought they were going to the theatre to watch the theatre, or they might be at a restaurant and they go, oh, we're going out for dinner. You know what I mean? So there's a reason. We're meeting family, you know, and then they end up in a different room.
Yeah.
So
in a different room.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. I've never had to play sad notes on cue.
Not yet.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
You haven't done any funerals?
I have.
Or do you not play sad tunes at the funerals?
Well, no. I'm gonna play songs at a funeral. Definitely not the wow wow wow. I think they might kick me out if I did that. So that wouldn't go down so well. Oh my goodness, no.
Maybe you should do
I'm
a
just
fish
imagining
this one day.
No.
If the payment doesn't go through.
That's maybe I'll threaten that when people don't pay me. Stop playing sad songs.
What do you play, Adele?
At funerals, it actually depends. So I don't do as many funerals as other events, but I definitely do funerals.
Is it because you don't enjoy it as much, or you just?
No, I'm open to it. Yeah, there's some people that go, I'm not going to be part of funerals because it's quite sad, and it is. You know, most funerals do feel a bit somber, you know.
I have a funeral.
Exactly. I think that's a given, which is fine. But I have played at a few which are quite lovely, and they feel like a celebration of the person's life, which is really beautiful. But you just play, you know. Sometimes I'll play the deceased's like favorite songs. Otherwise, you know, just some lovely tunes.
Okay.
You know, not like party tunes, but some lovely, just melodic.
Is there people that come with their funeral playlist?
So yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Definitely, you like planned it out before.
Yeah. So they'll be like, oh, we want, you know, this list of songs. Or it depends on what, like, you know, sometimes.
Oh, the people or the deceased?
I
was thinking about the deceased.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Not that I've played it. I'm sure they do because I know people plan their own funerals.
Yes.
before.
I've got a
sometimes.
playlist on Spotify for mine.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, let's hope that no one has to use that for a very long time.
I've got a Young Thug on it.
That's great. That's great. I think if you do that, you need to either like tell someone or have it in like your will so that they do that, and then they go, okay, we know what songs.
Would you ever do hip hop? Because I've got 50 Cent in there as well.
I play hip hop.
And oh, you do?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
I play everything.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing.
So people go, oh, it's violin. Like you only play violin songs. No, I play everything. So, well, as you know, like I play a whole bunch of Middle Eastern music as well.
Yes.
But I play a lot of like popular tunes. I've played, like some pretty full like party tunes.
Okay.
Like they get the dance floor going, and so I will play anything, and you can play anything on a violin.
Holy shit!
Because people go, I want this song. You couldn't play that though. I'm like, yes, you can. You can play anything on a violin. If it has notes, you can play it.
Have you played In the Club by 50 Cent?
No, but I could. I haven't played it, but like maybe I'll learn it and play it for you next time.
Okay. Because I was having ideas in my head right now.
Okay.
What's some of the hip hop songs that you've played before?
Putting me on the spot, like recent ones. I don't know.
What's one you can just play out of your memory?
Play out of my memory, like full hip hop or just like upbeat.
Huh?
I mean,
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre, yeah, probably.
You can play anything from like Bad Guy,
okay,
to I'm Blue. I'm Good. Sorry, like David Guetta.
Okay.
I was playing Avicii at a wedding recently,
Okay.
like a remixed party version.
Okay.
Which is good. So anything.
So do we need a sheet to put in front of you for 50 Cent?
No, well, I mean that would help, but no, I could listen to it and then give me a little bit of time and I could.
How long?
Play. It depends on the song.
3 days?
Oh, no, like a day.
A day?
Yeah.
Oh.
But if you want me to perform it really well, like maybe give me a few days because that'd be nice.
How hard is it for you to go off the sheet right away?
So I can sight read music. I was trained that way. So I was classically trained. And so I read all the music. I did all my exams. Like I was trained really well, but also really down the line and like authentically for the violin. So you read all your music, you learn all your, perfect techniques, all that kind of thing, which is great because from there you've learned like all the hard stuff, so you can do anything. So yeah, you give me some music, I'll play it for you.
So it's like reading an article in English, pretty much for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would, it might not be perfect the first time, but it's going to be.
That's amazing. Can you read that?
Yeah. I mean, if you bring it closer.
Oh, maybe try to bring it closer away.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, you can read that?
Yeah.
In the club.
That's in the club, yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Can you play it?
So, yeah.
Can we play it now?
Play it now.
Is that all right?
We can. I need to get my violin out.
Yeah.
Should we do it now?
Can we do it now?
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
It'll be very quick.
All right.
All right, sweet.
Jeez, pressure's on. All right, let me. I actually need to tune it up because it's.
Okay. I'll put it on.
I had to change the string the other day, so give me like 2 minutes.
No, you go ahead.
Straight into it.
There we go, guys. We're playing In the Club by 50 Cent on a violin. I never thought I'd do this on the podcast, but here we are.
I didn't think we were going to be doing this. That's okay.
Yeah, it's it's very strange. We never thought about this. But now that we're here. And now people in the studio, they're going to be listening to, 50 Cent while they do their office work, which is pretty boring.
Did you want me to like play it straight, or did you want to do it with like the song happening at the same time?
Like the lyrics?
Yeah.
No, we can do it straight. No need for the lyrics.
All right. Let me just tune because it's been really.
Oh, you go ahead. Okay.
Okay. So that I don't hit this, can we bring this
I'll put it back if you
closer?
Want. The laptop?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Like, I don't normally need glasses to read things,
Now you
but
go ahead.
let's do that. All right.
Can you turn the gain up a little bit?
I'm going to warn you, we have
Put it
like
to
2
8.
lines here, so we don't have much.
All right,
You're
there we
just
go.
going to get a snippet.
All right. Is that like enough for 10 seconds, 20 seconds?
Let's see how we go. All right. Yeah.
Okay, you got it? Or do I play it?
Sorry, just do it one more time.
I'll play it.
That's it. You can turn it off so that you can put it in.
No, you got it. Do I keep going? Oh.
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, I'll turn it off. Hold on. Okay, now I know what I'm doing for my wedding. That's it.
All right.
We're having a 50 Cent themed party. There you go.
I love it. So yeah, no, you can do anything. You know, you can do rap. And so yeah, because you've got, as you say, you've got the instrumentals, you've got the melody. So depending on the song.
Yeah. Can you put the game back to what it was playing? Okay.
How fun.
That was pretty fun. Now I'm thinking
Didn't
about
think
it.
I'd be playing on here.
No, I didn't think so either.
I love it.
Yeah, I should have had it in my notes, but
That's it.
what do we know?
That's okay.
What do we know?
So yeah, a bit of everything. Everything from classical to that, guys.
Yeah.
Everything in between.
Yeah, because a lot of people, when they think about violin, they go, it's just boring classical.
They do.
It's not.
Well, yeah, so exactly. And they actually do. And when I was learning and, you know, studying and going through my exams and all of that, it was very much, violin is a classical instrument and you play classical music on it. You might play some folk music, you might play some fiddle music, but anything else, like if you wanted to play pop music or like something, you know, just popular tunes, something else, it was kind of frowned upon.
Really?
Yeah, to be honest. Not by like particular people, but just in general. Because, you know, in the industry, it's a classical instrument. Like you're not being authentic to the instrument and to, you know, just the whole thing. So now I feel like it's getting a little bit better the last few years. Maybe like the last 5 years, there's a few more artists that are playing violin and cello and stringed instruments that are playing popular music, modern music, and all sorts of music as well. You know, lots and lots of different genres, and playing electric instruments and really changing it up and doing things different, which is great because then for the new generation of violinists and cellists coming through, they can see that. And so, as I said, I teach as well, and I show my students, I show them what I do, but I also show them what other people are doing and like quite famous people, and to show them that you can be out of the box and you don't just have to do, you know, classical music and what people think the stigma of violin is, you know, of all this just slow melodies, you know, just classical things. And to break out of the box. And obviously I do it different. Yeah. You know, I play everything as we just saw. And I had to break out of that box. Like I play amplified with my violin, but to make it even more out of the box, I don't play an electric instrument most of the time. I've amplified my acoustic violin, which is a beautiful, you know, 200-year-old violin. So it's like, you know, this beautiful, authentic classical instrument, and I've put a pickup on there and I amplify that and play rap music and popular music on that violin, which you couldn't possibly, you know, change the bridge or do these things. And so I'm break out of the box with that. But I like to show people as well that you can, and there's nothing wrong with that. And let's do that, because who says we have to box the violin into this little category of classical music and that we can't do everything?
Yeah, no, fuck no.
Exactly. Yeah. So, really breaking out of the box.
I've seen people break out of the box way too far. Have you seen that person that plays violin with their feet?
Oh, no, I haven't. I've heard of them, but I haven't seen
Stupid
it.
crazy. See if you can see that video of that. I don't know. I think it's like girl.
I must say, there's elements. I'm not going to say you shouldn't do that because, like, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But it is designed, like my students will be like, why can't I, do this and like do the technique slightly differently? I'm like, you can.
Mm-hmm.
But we're designed to have the technique and play it the way we play it because it's the easiest way to play. We get the best sound.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
do your techniques in a way that you can play the best on that instrument.
Oh, that's what it is. That's
Yeah.
why they put it right here and on their shoulders and
Yeah,
put the
exactly.
chin on
So,
it.
it's quite an awkward instrument to play. You hold it between your chin and your shoulder.
Yeah, why
You
is
balance it here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the way it's designed.
Okay.
So it's, small enough you can hold it here,
Yeah.
and so that your fingers are in the right position to move freely.
Yeah.
And, because some people will play with it down here on their chest and, and
I've seen that.
Yeah, yeah.
That looks a bit strange. I'm not gonna lie.
it's hard to play. And you go, if you want to play like that, that is fine. Like, I'm not going to judge you. I don't care. But if you want to play easier,
Yeah.
and there'll be things that you will find really challenging to play that way, which is fine. It can be harder for you. But, so I always encourage, let's do it properly. And then it's easier. Like, it's harder to learn, but then it's easier because you'll be playing hard things and it won't be hard. So, yeah, it's
Did
quite
you
funny.
find it?
Yep.
There's no way.
Oh, my goodness.
What am I
Oh,
looking at?
no, well, that's different because they can't play with their arms.
They
So I
can't,
think
yeah.
that's fantastic. Oh, this is fantastic.
It's crazy.
Some people are so dexterous.
It's
I'm so
fucking
impressed.
crazy. Oh, this guy's just crying.
But that is actually amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. I couldn't do it with my arms.
Yeah, no, I was going to say it's hard enough to do when you have two hands. So,
He's going on note.
and they're, playing in tune, you're getting a good sound
Yeah.
with your toes. Like, I could not do that.
I swear to God.
My toes do not work like that.
He got everyone in there feels this guy's on the floor. Oh my
I
God.
actually love it. That is amazing. But that's just like the epitome of, determination and you're going to make it happen. Like whatever you want to do, you're going to do it.
Some
I
people,
love
they
that.
just make it happen. No matter
Yeah.
what, they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
If they put their mind into something, they make it happen.
Yeah. I love that. That's so good.
See, who's your favorite violinist growing up?
Growing up,
If you had one. Did you have one? Did you just not care?
so growing up,
You'd be like, I'll be my own favorite one.
yeah. As I was saying, there wasn't a lot of people to look up to who were doing it different. So you had a lot of people who played really well, and you had a lot of people who were super famous and amazing violinists deceased.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you looked at their videos and things and that they were fantastic. So obviously, like, I studied a lot of people like that, but who did I look up to?
Was that Vivaldi? Was Vivaldi a violinist or is he just a composer?
He played the violin.
He did. Yeah.
He also played some other instruments.
It was crazy.
I think maybe piano, but I'm probably going to get that wrong. Should definitely know. But there was like some amazing, like Itzhak Perlman was absolutely fantastic, and you can go like way further back. But people you had videos of and things. But there weren't like when I was younger, there weren't too many people who you would watch, who I would watch and get excited watching because I've got to be careful how I worded this. No. But it's all very
Let's try this.
sorry.
No,
so
no.
the kind of the way I was trained was when you do a classical concert, and there's nothing wrong with this, but when you do a classical concert, you wear black and you blend in and you let your music do the talking, which obviously that's great. It's about the music. You've seen me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to wear bright colors and, move around when I play and do things like that. So
Dude, you wear amazing dresses as well.
Thank you. But I love it,
Yeah.
you know. And for me, like, what you wear and how, you know, maybe how you even do your hair and makeup and like what you put on and things like that, is an expression of who you are. It's like a way of you can express yourself. And you know, some people might say, oh, that's, you know, quite superficial. But I think it's also a way that a tool we have to express ourselves as well. So there weren't too many people. There was a few groups of quartets and things who played electrically, who you saw and you go, oh, they're doing it different. This is amazing, you know, and they might wear like skimpy costumes and you're like, I'd never seen anything like that. When I got a little bit older.
AC/DC?
I loved listening to, and I still love them. I've been to their concerts. I've met them. The two cellos.
Okay.
And so they're cellists, not violins, but they play amplified. They play rock music.
They're Australian?
No, they're European.
Oh, yeah.
And for me, seeing them, and now there's like a lot more people that are doing similar things, which is fantastic. But to see them, I was like, oh my God, you can. Like and they were trained, you know, they went to amazing academies overseas. They were trained beautifully, classically. And then they've gone, one of their first videos is they're dressed really old school. I don't know what it's called, with like the old school wigs and the full like really old fashioned suits with what, you know, all the frills and everything.
Okay.
And halfway in an auditorium full of people in ball gowns expecting a classical concert.
Jesus.
And halfway through, they start playing. So they play this classical song. Halfway through the song, it turns into rock music. They speed it up and up and up, and then they're taking off, you know, all their classical, you know, wigs and everything. And the audience is shocked. And it's like it's a put on, you know, video. But I love that because to me, I'm like, that shows what they have done. They've broken out of the box of that, you know, just the way it used to be. Yeah. And they've gone, we're going to play rock music on our cellos.
They make it.
And, you know, they're super famous and they do it really well. So that was really inspirational for me to be like, well, they can do that and that's accepted, you know. And so I kind of, broke out of that box. And, now I wear ball gowns and play at weddings and play at events. And I still play classical music, but I play so much popular music and other things because, you know, the requests for weddings is quite often, love songs and, or, you know, at a lot of weddings you've seen me at, like a lot of Afghan and Lebanese music and that kind of thing. So traditionally that would have been frowned upon on a violin. Oh, you're doing that? And so, it's, I've really broken out of that, which I love, and I try and encourage people to do that as well. Or not to do it, you don't have to, but if you want to, like, it's okay. It's okay to play whatever you want on any instrument.
Well, you seem pretty happy doing it.
I love it.
It's amazing.
I love it.
Because for the people listening, the first time I saw this girl playing, she was playing at a wedding, and she was playing with a big smile on her face, and it seemed pretty genuine, which is how you know someone is doing what they love, obviously. You know, the whole time you were playing, it was very good. It was very good. Thank
you. People actually always go, oh, you must be so tiring. You smile your whole performance. And I'm like, it's a genuine smile. Like, I'm genuinely happy to be there.
Which I wanted to ask
really?
about. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's all genuine. Like, as I said when I sat down, I can't be fake.
Yeah. No, it's not the question.
What you see is what you get. So it's like, it's genuine. Like, if I look like I'm having a good time,
you are.
I'm having a good time. Yeah. And
which seems like it, and you can hear it in the music as well. Because if you're not enjoying it, the music is going to be crap, right?
I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah, I feel like you can hear the difference of
100%.
If you're just playing something or if you're having a good time doing it and you're passionate about it, and you like what you're playing.
Yeah.
You know, like you'll be able to hear a difference if I'm playing. Like if I was to play a song that I didn't like compared to a song that I loved, like it's different. You know, you put your heart and soul into something that you love, you know.
How much do you put your opinion into the events when people come and plan it? Or do you just take whatever they throw at you?
I take whatever they throw at me. If someone comes to me and they, quite often, especially for a wedding, people have a clear vision of their wedding and quite often like the songs and things, which I completely understand because, you know, it's one of the most important days of their lives, hopefully, and, you know, hopefully one of the best.
So.
And I completely understand that. Like I got married and, you know, I was like
amazing.
that too. So I'm more than happy to, you know, play whatever they want. Sometimes people want recommendations, which obviously I will help with. Occasionally get people to go play whatever you want, which is also really nice. But I'll always, you know, try and fit with their vision of their wedding. So they might be having like a party wedding and they want party tunes, or they might be having like more an emotive wedding and they might really want some, you know, love songs and something that's going to make people really feel some emotion. So it just depends, but I always do my best to make it what they want.
Which is pretty good. You do a good job at it.
Thank you.
How long have you been doing it now?
Weddings?
Yeah. 10 years?
I've been performing for, I think I worked out the other day, it's like 13 years.
Holy shit.
At different events.
Okay.
But it's been an evolution. So I started off performing, you know, with my acoustic violin, not amplified, with my sheet music in front of me, you know, when I was like 15 or something, and my first gig.
That was your first gig? 15?
Yes. Actually, well, I don't know if it was my first gig. One of my first gigs was a bit of a shock. I got booked for an event. I think it was like an event at a bowls club or something.
Okay.
It was great. I was really excited. Went there, you know, had my violin and my sheet music and there was quite a big event. There was probably a couple of hundred people there and it was in a big room and it's just an acoustic violin, so it doesn't project that far.
Okay.
And they they go, oh, it's not loud enough. Can you wander around? And I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But I'd only memorized like 2 or 3 songs. And so I'm walking around and playing like the same 2 or 3 songs for the whole event. And I just like go to a new table and be like, oh my goodness, I hope they don't realize it's the same thing.
Well, they wouldn't be able to hear it.
Hopefully.
You'd hope so.
That's like... it. But it's been evolution. So you know, now we've gone from that to now I play amplified for like 1,000 people or whatever, and it's all from memory, no sheet music for me, and
came
you
a long way.
Very very different, very different.
Imagine going to one table. So did you hear number 1 or number 3?
Yeah, exactly. It was a bit like that, and I was like, after that, I was like, oh, I've got to memorize some more songs. I think I started playing like my basic songs that I could remember.
Shit. What was one of the first songs you learned?
Very, very first songs.
Twinkle.
It would,
Twinkle.
no, before that it would have been like Hot Cross Buns.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Could you just search that up?
Hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns.
I have no idea what
It's like a children's
I've
tune.
never heard it in my life.
There you go. You'll but Twinkle Twinkle is up there with one.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad we can agree on that one, but now you're giving me more childhood memories that I never had.
You would have had your own like nursery rhymes though.
Yeah.
No? Oh.
Maybe. Well,
Well,
I don't think that's it.
it's definitely not it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Is that it?
no.
No, what's I know what that is. I know what that is. That's not it.
I don't know what that is. It's a
I know.
it's a different
That
song.
sounds like a Disney music. No, it's not Disney.
It's a waltz of some sort, but Hot Cross Buns. It's like the basic melody. In music, it's like on violin and I think on piano and a few instruments. It's quite basic. It only uses 3 notes, so it's a good one to start off with. And hopefully people know what it is.
I think that's the music from Up. He just played the music from Up.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. It sounded like it.
Was it?
Could have been one of them.
He just played the music from Up, I think, the movie. But yeah.
They've got a beautiful song in that movie.
I never watched it.
Oh,
I've never
what?
seen it.
Do you cry in movies if they're heartfelt movies?
I can't remember the last time I have, but I know that I have.
Okay, so watch it when you're ready to maybe shed a tear.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I will though, because like I know I've seen the opening scene and it's heartbreaking, but apart from that, I I'm pretty right. Does it get worse during the movie, or is it just the opening scene?
Oh, the whole thing. So I don't cry very often in movies. It takes a certain kind of thing to make me cry in a movie, and that I was like bawling the entire time.
A lot.
Yeah, and like very rarely am I shedding a tear in a movie.
Okay, but that's weird because like you would be an emotional person. You play a very emotional instrument.
I am. I am actually a very emotional person, but it's in a movie sense, you know, because it's, to me, I'm like, it's not real life. So it's got to be something, if I can relate to it, if I can relate to the heartbreak, or if I can relate to the situation that's maybe made me feel really upset or sad or something, yeah, I'm a mess.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I think I cried watching Cars.
I haven't seen it.
I'm sorry.
Actually, a lot of people have said that.
Yeah.
No,
was it Cars? No, Gran Torino. That's where I cried.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Am I thinking of the right movie?
yeah, it's that Clint Eastwood movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I shed a tear for that movie, and I'm not ashamed of it. It was a good movie. It was Clint Eastwood and a American powerhouse car. So it was a good movie.
So that's where the tears came from.
About the car.
No, I don't think there should be any ever apologies for showing emotion, especially tears.
You think so?
Oh, 100%.
Some people cry watching the Kardashians.
So it's making them feel something.
It's a bit much, don't you think?
So I don't cry watching the Kardashians, but I'm not going to judge them for crying watching the Kardashians, because it's like when you cry, it's evoking an emotion, whether that's happy, sad, hurt, whatever that emotion is. You're feeling something, and so how can you say, that is too much to cry? Like, it's making them feel. Now you might not feel anything much. You might, and that's fine. But I don't think there should be ever like an apology or anything for crying.
Yeah, big movie person.
Yeah.
What do you like?
I'm a sucker for rom-coms.
Oh Lord.
I know.
Who would have guessed it?
I know. I mean, who would have thought? But in saying that, I don't like admitting this, because I'm like, who have I become? I can't watch scary movies, right? They're out for me. Like I won't sleep. So, but my husband's gotten into like the murder, like murder mystery and like the crime.
Who done it?
The true crime movie, like based on documentaries and things. Okay. And so now I've actually started enjoying them.
Let's go.
Which is I'm like, who have I become? This was never me. I was like, turn it off.
Was he watching the Dahmer documentary?
Which one? We've
Jeffrey
watched so
Dahmer.
many. Which one was that one?
Jeffrey
I don't.
Dahmer as well.
Oh, was he the murderer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one that ate people.
Oh, that was too much for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
That I think he watched it. I think that's a bit too much.
Did you not watch it?
It's just the eating people. They're just I don't like I can't watch like gory stuff. So
So you draw the line at gory stuff. It wasn't even that bad. They didn't show like all the footage. They had a lot more footage they didn't show.
I don't need to see any of it.
I wish Mesh was right here. He went to the toilet.
Yeah, you probably bring it up.
They had a lot.
I'd be like, I need to lie down, guys.
It was insane. This guy was out of his mind, raping people, taking them back, drugging people, eating them out, eating their hearts out, eating their organs.
Okay. I think this is enough. So this is where I draw. I can't.
Yeah.
I just feel I'm not.
Well, do you get like a gag reflex? Do you get disgusted?
No, I get really grossed out. I'm like, and sometimes I'll feel a bit like,
does it fuck with you?
Queasy if people keep talking about it.
Oh.
Like just nah. I'm not. Nah.
So you probably wouldn't enjoy the Saw movies as well.
Which ones?
The Saw movies.
I don't know what they are.
What's that?
Saw.
Yeah.
Oh no. I
No?
haven't seen them. No.
You haven't seen them?
I'm not gonna.
But they're
watch
pretty
them.
fun.
No.
Why?
Not for me. I'm sure they're fun for everyone else.
They're like the Hunger Games, but a little bit more extreme.
With all the visual footage, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I don't need to see that.
It's like cut a finger to free yourself.
See?
Cut a limb to...
like I feel a bit sick when you're talking about that.
But it's interesting. It's like, are they going to do it or are they going to not?
No.
No?
No.
What about Black Mirror?
I haven't seen that either. Is that
Really?
gory too? Okay, I won't
It's
watch
not gory. It's disgusting. It's not gory. There's some episodes that are pretty disgusting,
I just don't feel the need
and some episodes that
to
are
watch
surreal.
things like that. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but the thing with Black Mirror, they bring a lot of things to life,
Okay.
right? Not the way it works. They bring a lot of things to life after Black Mirror airs it, and the way it happens, like Black Mirror, they would bring an issue that could possibly happen in the future.
This
and
one.
later on it happens.
Ah.
Yeah. So they have an
okay.
episode I watched where the people that live in that universe, they're advancing their technology. 'Cause it's also grounded, right? They don't go like
Actually,
too
I've
deep.
heard a lot about this, and I do want to watch this. I
It's
think
interesting.
It's gonna be good. Yeah.
They have an episode where you can record things with your eyes, and you can access your memories again.
That'd be so handy, wouldn't it?
So fucked up because that episode, that guy gets cheated on by his wife, and he
I mean, maybe you don't want to.
yeah, like he cheats, and he gets to like look at the memory all over again, while he's having sex with her, with his wife,
Oh.
while she's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I don't think there's any need. We've got it. Like, what you remember for a reason. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, but people
you've
can
got
do
your
that
memories
now.
anyway.
Have you seen the Meta glasses?
No.
The Ray-Bans?
No.
So there's this new glasses, Ray-Bans. They have like a camera right here, and you can record shit with it. And it's also powered by Meta, which is the same company with Facebook.
Oh wow.
And so it's like an AI glasses.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
There you
full
go.
on. It's
So
full on.
soon we'll have like a lens or something that
100%. You don't think so?
Oh no problem. No, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Probably like a contact lens or something you put in, or like, and then one day it'll be in your eyes
With the
like
whole
a
chip and all
yeah.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not far off.
Yeah, probably not.
I'll give it 10 years until we're at the peak of that. So
I don't know about a timeline because I'm not up with it all, but there's a lot happening. It wouldn't
it's pretty
surprise
close.
me.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I was talking, I mean, look at AI right now.
Crazy.
It's not stopping.
It's crazy.
It's not stopping. It's just going up and up and up.
Yeah.
And so it's not that far off. We're getting there at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit scary, but at the same time, I'm like, well, there's nothing we can do about it. It's gonna keep developing and keep happening. So
Do you ever get
Just-
scared a super robot will take your job? One day you see a super robot that looks like a
take my
human.
job.
Take your role, not your job.
I don't think so. I don't think that a robot would play the violin and that robots would take over, musicians and orchestras and things like that.
Why not?
But I do think that probably a greater possibility is artificially creating violin sounds and music through there. Which I actually don't agree with unless it gets a lot better, because people say, the artificial sound of your instruments is the same as live. It's not. In my opinion, it's not. Because you can't replicate it the same. Well, not that I've heard. I haven't heard it replicated.
You can't replicate the sound or the feeling.
Well, the sound, because the feeling. So then there's a difference between obviously live playing and a recorded playing, because you can put on music, Spotify or something, and you can feel something by listening to music.
Okay.
But then are you going to feel the same thing or something different or more with a live performance? Because there's obviously an element of when you're watching a live performance, you're engaging your visuals as well. So you're seeing someone play. If that person's quite interactive, you're seeing them. If you're seeing someone play or sing that's passionate about what they do, that's going to make you feel something different as well. Hopefully more. I know if I watch someone, if I listen to music, it might make me happy, it might make me sad, it might make me motivated. It makes you feel something. But then if I watch someone, you feel a whole bunch of other things as well. So I would hope that they don't take my job. I hope that humanity always wants live music and values that.
But if you think about it, we've always had robot and AI, not AI, artificial composed music for a long time now.
Yeah.
Like all the music you hear, it's all on Ableton.
Yeah.
It's all on software. It's all made through the computer. So rarely any artist just sit down and make their own music. I think Calvin Harris does it. He's got like his whole setup. I think Tame Impala does it. But now most producers, they just, you know, throw on the software and compose it themselves.
But that's what I mean with like the artificial sound of like, let's say a string, like what I play violin, and the artificial sound, people use it all the time versus a real sound recorded. But like if I was to play and record, I think there's a difference. Like I wouldn't say I can tell the difference all the time, but I can definitely tell when something, well, quite often I'll be like, that's synthetic strings. You know, that's been just popped in.
You can tell all the time.
No, I wouldn't go so far as to say all the time because you're going to test me on it, and I probably can't. but I have definitely been able to tell the difference. Or you hear something, you go, "Oh, that's been recorded live." Like that's all. No,
is it that awesome. It sounds so impossible to record live that you pick up on it, or is it just the sound?
It's the quality of the tonal quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it sound better on AI or?
No.
Okay.
No.
It sounds better on.
I feel like it's two-dimensional when it's artificially done.
What do you mean?
The sound I feel like is it doesn't have the full tone that you would get from a real instrument. And that's actually, I'm going to go slightly off topic actually, but that's why I choose to use my acoustic violin and amplify over an electric most of the time.
Okay.
I have an electric violin, but I choose not to use it as my number one most of the time because you plug in the electric and you get a violin sound, but to make it sound like an acoustic instrument, you need to add a whole lot of effects to get the same tone and the same timbre of sound, if that makes sense. Whereas I plug in my acoustic and you already have all of that just amplified because you've got the body of it, so you already have all that like tonal quality. So I think there's definitely a difference. Like if you even just look, okay, well, there's a difference in the acoustic to the electric. If you just plug it straight in and don't do anything to the sound, well then how are you getting this synthetic sound? And it's missing all of that, in my opinion.
No, I get it. Who's the best person you've seen play a violin?
Do I have to choose one? The
Yes.
best person?
You didn't have to have met him. Could be someone online you've seen.
It would be anyone that plays technically really well, but also with passion.
Oh.
With passion because if I listen to music, it's one story. If I'm watching someone, you know, video or whatever, they can play amazingly, like technically the most difficult piece, get a beautiful tone and everything. But if they don't look like they're enjoying themselves, or they don't look like they are having a good time and they look like they're just playing the notes and going through the motions, I don't want to watch that. I'll listen to it, but I don't want to watch that because, you know, if you're having a good time, I'm going to have a completely different experience and I'm going to have a good time watching it. So it's, anyone that plays really well, but with passion, 100%.
Have you seen that girl, Lindsay?
Lindsay Sterling.
Yeah,
she's fantastic.
She's great.
Yeah, I actually love what she's done because
see if you can get a video of Lindsay Sterling up.
She's written a whole bunch of violin music, which is quite challenging, which I love. But it's also a beautiful, you know, technically challenging violin piece to dubstep.
Dude, she's insane.
Which is amazing. And, you know, she will dance around.
She's crazy.
I'm so impressed.
So good.
But to me, I'm like, that is fantastic. So actually, she was someone else. I forgot about her when you asked me earlier. She was someone else that I listened to. Because she's been around for a while. So you know,
she's
not
still
quite
doing
growing
it, right?
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, as I was kind of like finishing off my studies and started to get into performing and things, she was someone that I was like, oh, she's playing an electric violin. She's dancing. Oh, you can move playing the violin. You know, like I move around all the time and everything. But when you're taught, it's like stand still, don't move too. You know, like.
I swear to God.
So yeah, she's awesome.
No, she's fucking crazy. That's not her.
So someone like her, I love watching her.
Yeah.
Because she's broken out of the box in like every way you can imagine. And she loves it. Like she always looks like she's having the best time.
She fucking does, I swear to God. What was that? Love Goes On. Is that her own song? It would
That's
be.
her
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
Yeah, she's written a whole bunch of songs, a couple of albums, I think.
Oh, hold on.
At least, probably more of her own music.
I'll probably turn it down so we don't get copy strikes.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Let's see. Was she on America's Got Talent? Is that how she came up?
Oh, maybe.
Let's see. What do we got? Some
We're going
shorts.
back a while now.
Oh, she's performing live.
Yeah, I think she did a tour recently, actually.
Look at the crowd. They're all
Yeah.
going crazy.
But look at her dancing around, and her backing music is like anything all the way to dubstep, like
Yeah.
which I thought was incredible.
Dubstep's
Like
crazy.
10 years ago, and no one was doing that, and except her. And you go, oh my
Yeah.
God, like you can play violin to dubstep. This
I
is awesome.
swear, yeah.
To just like make you think of something different. So now, yeah, that you've got people like her.
Dude, this stadium is packed.
Yeah.
It's fucking sold out. They
Yeah.
got the lights off. They got people on their phones just going crazy with her, jumping around at the same time. She's having fun. She loves it. She loves
she
it.
does. She loves
She
it.
fucking loves it. Let's see if we can get a video on her doing dubstep. Because I got put on Lindsay Sterling when I was 15 by my friends.
Amazing.
So I found out early about
Yeah.
her. And my friend was like
That's
really
good.
crazy. Let's see, it's amazing. Is that on the street? She's doing it. No, that's edited, right? Oh no, she's doing it too. Oh.
I love it.
Ah! She's doing a moonwalk while she's playing. That's insane. Yeah, fuck. I love
So
this girl
good.
so much.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can have that
She's
back.
awesome.
No, she's great. She's great. But it must be so fucking hard to move all around while you're playing.
It takes a bit of practice.
Mm.
Yeah. Because
Because I've seen you, when you play, you also bend and turn all of that.
yeah.
Because you're going with the motion.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
It takes practice to the hardest part is maintaining the stability of your violin and your bow and basically that point of contact while you're moving. And so obviously if you're stationary, that doesn't change. So when you're moving, it's just a bit of practice to know as you move where that changes to. But a little bit of practice, and now I struggle to play stationary.
Oh.
It's actually quite funny. I recorded an album earlier this year, and to record, we used a microphone because it was better sound.
Yeah.
And I had to like play pretty still so that the sound didn't vary like louder and softer. And I was like, ooh, haven't done this in a while because I always move around. So yeah, it's because as you said, like I move and I feel the music, and to me, I like to move around to what I feel is like the beat or the essence of the music as well.
You go down when you go down, you go up when you go up.
Yeah, and the different beats and different parts, and so yeah, it's quite funny. I didn't realize how subconscious that's become for me.
But you can see it though. You can see it. You can see that even you don't think about it when you do it. You just do it. You just do it. It's just happening. You go with the flow, and wherever it takes you, it takes you.
Yeah, yeah.
With that
100%.
being said, though, what's your worst gig ever? Apart from the one for the Dolphins, I don't imagine there was that much.
There was no audience. I still actually haven't played 2 Dolphins. I'm like, maybe I should make that happen.
Maybe you should. You should organize it.
Worst gig. So my biggest thing is when I perform, like I enjoy it, but I want to deliver what the people want, whether it's whoever's booked me for a birthday or a wedding or whatever. So I don't want to disappoint anyone. I want to exceed their expectations. I want it to be everything they, want. I played at a gig a little while ago now, a few years ago, and they gave me a list of songs. Not a list of songs, a list of artists they wanted me to play. And it was, Lady Gaga, Pink, I can't remember who else, but there were a few artists. And so, that was fine. I went away and I learned a full repertoire of Lady Gaga and Pink and whoever else was in the brief. Okay. And I'd practiced and practiced and I thought, okay, I got this.
Yeah.
I get to the gig. There was a few elements which were a little bit strange, but that was okay. I set up and cool, start playing. It was a bit of a performance set and that was fine. And I thought it was going great. I'm playing all the songs that she asked for. And halfway through, the organizer comes up to me and she goes, "Oh, when are you going to play Lady Gaga?" I was like, "I'm playing Lady Gaga." It's like, "What's happening?" And I was like, I'm just playing that, keep going." And then she comes up, "When are you playing the Pink songs?" Like, I've been playing them for the past 10 minutes. Yeah. And so I would say that's probably the worst because I thought, I still don't even know what she wanted out of that experience. I'm not quite sure what her expectations were.
Did she have specific songs in mind? Did she give you a specific song?
So I was given artists. I wasn't actually given specific songs.
Maybe she was good. She thought about specific songs.
Perhaps. Right. But I'd played a range of slower music, upbeat music. So it was a whole range within these artists as well. And so that was really disappointing for me because I was like, well, I didn't meet her expectation. And that really gets to me, I will go away. Well, I went away from that gig and I re-looked at everything. I thought, what did I do? What could I have done better? And I looked at all the information she'd given me and I just thought, well, obviously I mustn't have gotten the right information. She had a different expectation to what she communicated with me. So that's probably the most disappointing.
But that's probably not on you though.
I felt like I did everything I could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That'd be it, probably.
I think so. I think she was probably kind of...
I don't know what she wanted.
I mean, if you're planning an event like that, you got to be very specific with what you're giving. You can't just go, Lady Gaga, that's it, point blank. And
well, that's it. Well, I mean, to be honest, so sometimes people will go, oh, we want this kind of thing, and I'll put together a playlist, and they love it. That's the only time that has happened when someone has gone, this isn't what I'm like, what did you want? Oh, we want this. I'm like, I'm playing this. So, usually if people want something, they will tell me and I do my best. And I think all of the time I do, fulfill what they want and they're stoked, always get good feedback. But yeah, I was quite disappointed leaving that gig. It upset me quite a lot.
Well, you're past it now.
That's it. Hey.
You're over it mentally, physically.
Yeah, no, I am actually. Yeah. It's made me work harder at all the other ones.
Did it fuck with you for a week or two, or did you just get over it real quick?
I thought about it a lot.
Yeah.
Because I thought, so I hate disappointing people. And that's one of my things.
Very extreme sport.
Yeah. So no, but I do not in the way that I'm going to put myself first, in general in life, and try not to disappoint myself over other people. But especially in the field of work, I mean, if I'm playing at someone's event, I don't want to disappoint you. I want you to be, I want it to be better than you thought it was going to be, and I want you to be, thrilled that with what I've added to your event, and so it affected me because I was like, I've disappointed, I've disappointed that person. And so I reevaluated. I looked back and I, thought, okay, well, how can I do better next time? What could I have done better? What could I do better next time? What went wrong? And so you look at it, constantly to evaluate and continue growing.
Have you ever had a crazy wedding story? Like you're playing at a wedding and something just random happens?
Probably shouldn't tell this story. Yes.
Okay.
It's actually not directly related to me. So weird things always happen.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy. I've been at a wedding where, I think it was father of the bride or groom, I can't remember now, almost passed out.
Oh, Lord.
So things like that, happen all the time. One so my husband, you've met him, comes to events sometimes with me, and helps behind the scenes and things like that. So he was with me at an event, and I didn't find out until later. And he goes, "Oh, someone pulled me aside," and it was okay. I'm not going to give too many details. So anyway, someone put him aside. One of the men at the wedding, it was quite a big wedding, put him aside quite roughly and goes to someone else. "Oh, is this the guy? Is this the guy?" My husband's like, who are you looking for? And so-and-so, and then this guy goes, "That's not the guy." And this man that had put my husband, "Oh, you sure? You sure?" He goes, no, that's not him. And someone else, "That's not him. They let him go, and they're like, "Where's the guy?" And he almost got punched up at this wedding because they were looking for someone else, and next minute they've dragged this other guy outside.
Oh, Lord.
I was like, "Oh my goodness." He was like, "Oh, what happened?"
Got dragged into it for no fucking reason.
A bit shaken up. I was like, "Poor thing."
What the hell were they looking for?
I don't know. They had some
like some beef with
some beef with someone.
They thought it was your husband.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't even look the same.
Poor fella.
So it was quite funny. But he was okay. So
yeah, that's good.
I don't know. Things always happen. You know, there's always things, but you roll with it. Like I've learned to over the years, you roll with it, and you'll be given a brief and things change.
Yeah.
You rock up and things change, or halfway through things change. "Oh no, we're doing this now. We're doing this." Things, it's even happened like you rock up and I've prepared one song and they go, "Oh, it's this song." They've changed their mind.
Jesus.
Go out the back for 10 minutes, learn the new song.
Yeah.
So, there's always, nothing is ever like runs perfectly, I don't think, but you got to be adaptable. And yeah, I do my best.
You've got people changing the songs 10 minutes before the slowdowns?
Very rarely.
Okay.
Very rarely. It's happened once or twice.
Why?
They've changed their mind.
10 minutes before.
Oh, probably no. To be honest, it's probably been changed a few days before, and
but they
haven't
just
told
didn't
me.
say it.
Yeah,
that's on them. Just charge them extra.
Yeah. But no, because again, it comes to like I want it to be really good for them. So if you've changed a song and that song means something to you, I'm gonna do my best to learn that and play that and perform it. So that you have a really good experience.
Yeah, but they gotta let you know. Obviously.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people can be
communication is great.
very responsible. Yeah.
No, usually it's pretty. There's usually nothing like that dumb, but it's always
It's probably more common with Middle Easterns. They have no respect for time whatsoever. The concept of time doesn't exist with Middle Easterns.
I learned that.
I
know that very well now. but it's okay. So again, that it doesn't bother me. I'm like, that's fine. This is how it is. It wouldn't work. Like imagine if I came in and it's like your entrance is at 7:00, and I know your entrance is never going to be right on 7, but it wouldn't work if I was not adaptable. I go, "Oh, it's got to be now." Well, it's not about me. It's not my day.
Yeah.
It's this person's wedding. We've got to adapt to that circumstance. So.
But from what I learned is that people that try to get everything perfect, it never works. They're the ones that struggle the most.
Yeah.
If you try to have everything work exactly how you want, you're gonna struggle. It's just not gonna happen, right? You've seen that happen too, probably, yeah.
So often, yeah. You get I find there's everyone wants their day to be a certain way, and you've all got expectations, but I do find the people that are a bit more relaxed in the process and in the finer details, and that you'll go through in detail everything they want, and that's fine. They look like, their wedding will run really smoothly, but they also look like they're having a really good time on their wedding day. Whereas, again, in general, the people that are like every little detail and get really stressed about it, and it has to run to time and this has to happen and everything. I feel like they look more stressed on their wedding. I'm like, are you having a good time?
Yeah.
Like it's meant to be a fun celebration. So, yeah, for sure. Got to go with the flow a little bit.
Were you stressed on your wedding day?
No.
Really?
No.
Did you just get accustomed to weddings at this point?
So I must admit, I've played at hundreds of weddings. and the planning is fairly stressful. Even I found it to be fairly stressful. Not so much, booking the vendors, and we were quite relaxed. We actually had a very small wedding.
Okay.
We had like 40 people at our wedding.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, very, very intimate.
Yeah.
And very different from like most
Middle Eastern
weddings that I've performed at. Yeah. I went, play at like 100 people wedding, and then we have like 800 people wedding, and then I play it and then we have like a 40 people at ours. But just coordinating everything, just organising everything. There's a lot to do. So I do understand the stress, and I can 100% empathise with couples that are finding it stressful, because it can be quite a stressful process.
Especially if it's your first time.
Which most people
yeah.
that are getting married, it is their first wedding,
You don't know what's going on. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, and you don't know, which is so understandable. And, I guess that's where it helps to have really good vendors as well that know what they're doing, so that when you do book someone, whether it's your venue or your photographer or like musicians, that you can trust them.
Dude, I trust Jimmy.
Yeah,
I trust Jimmy with my life.
He's fantastic.
I trust Jimmy with my life, I swear.
Yeah.
I've had him on the podcast, I think,
Yeah.
like 2 episodes ago. I don't care. He's told me, I said, Jimmy, look, if I get married, I don't care what happens. I'll just let you plan the whole thing out.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what's going on.
He knows what's going on.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah.
You want professionals. You want people that know what the fuck is going on.
That's it. And if you can, book people that you trust and that know what they're doing, place your trust in them, that they know what they're doing. But also, if you've got good people, it's going to be easier. It's going to be better. But on the day, no, I wasn't stressed, because I knew nothing was going to go right. Sorry. Let's say that again. Hang on. I knew. It's like, wow, what did I just say? No. I knew that not everything would be perfect, and that like something was going to not go right. Like that always happens. And so I was fully prepared for things to go absolutely haywire, and things actually went really well. But but I'd completely let go. I thought, I've done everything I can do before the day.
Okay.
So on the day, whatever happens, happens. If someone doesn't rock up, they don't rock up. Like if whatever happens, happens. As long as I'm there and my husband's there, and our celebrant's there, so we can legally get married, great. Someone
has a car accident on the way. It's all right.
That's it, Okay. But like our videographer cancelled 2 days before because they got COVID. But we were like, okay, that's fine. We won't have a videographer. Oh. You know what I mean? Like, we're so chill. We're just like,
really?
Yeah.
Not even on the iPhone?
No, we're like, and everyone's like, oh my God, like, we'll find you. I was like, nah, don't even worry. It's fine. Let's not stress. Like, so things happen and we're like, it's fine. But we had the best day because we were then just really present and.
That's a bit extreme, not having a videographer on your wedding.
What do you mean? We had a photographer.
A videographer. Not a photographer, videographer.
Had the photographer, the videographer wasn't there.
Now that's like extreme chillness.
Oh,
you gotta be like really, cold-headed to be like okay with that and let things smooth.
Yeah, but I think, for...
It's probably that.
No, from here.
Okay.
For us, the things that mattered were the people and...
the people, yeah?
Yeah, like our family and our close friends, and having them there and celebrating with them, the important part to us. And through the whole planning process that we kept coming back to, any stressful times or anything, we're like, well, this is about you and me getting married and spending the rest of our lives together. So that's what it's about. It's not about if our videographer cancels or if this doesn't, or we can't get this person we want, or, it's not about that. If, the dress is wrong, like whatever, if we're both there, it's all that matters.
Having 40 people at your wedding is different because like most of the listeners that listen to this podcast or this show, they're Middle Eastern, and so they're gonna be like, oh no, if I'm not having 700 people.
Yeah, oh my God, you only had 40. Who did you have there?
If I'm not having my whole village, my extended family, the village next to it, the city next to it, 7 countries next to it all together.
No, but I do think that's great as well. My views on weddings is that whether you have 20 people, 10 people, or you have 1,200 people, to do what you want as a couple. And I mean, I know it's a general statement and it's hard to do sometimes, you know, it might be other factors involved and whatever. But it is about you guys, you know, and I think that's also what took the stress out of it for us is to, you know, we did what we wanted, and even though it was really different, you know.
Yeah.
And just in every decision, it was like, well, what's going to make the day what we want, you know. So.
But that's so nice.
Yeah.
You always want people that are going to be happy for you there anyway.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was lovely.
Yeah, that's why don't invite 800 people to your wedding. No one cares, I swear.
No, but some, like they do as well because you guys have such a big community. Like I don't know 800 people. Well, I do now, but like, do you know? Not 8. Like I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna invite them all to your wedding.
But I probably don't know 800 people.
Okay.
Do you know what? Like actually by name.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So for me, like that's not realistic. But I feel like you guys have like such a big community as well, which is awesome.
I mean, you do, but also when you invite 800 people, you're not inviting each and every single person on their own. Do you know what I mean? So when you invite, say, for example, one person, he brings his family.
Yes.
The other person bring their family. The other person bring their family. So you kind of extending. So out of the 800 people that you're inviting, you're probably inviting 200 that you know.
Yeah.
And those 200 are going to bring something around like 500 with them, with their families, their fiancés, their children, yada, yada, yada. And so it's going to be something like 800, which is so ridiculous.
So is it just a given? Like if you invite
it's out of respect.
Your friend, they are automatically going to bring their family, or do you invite their entire
No,
family?
you invite the family out of respect.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is beautiful. Oops.
Yeah. Oh,
sorry.
should probably get it closer anyway.
Oh.
No, okay. You're right. I'll get that closer. Yeah, so they invite them out of respect. So, and they do that for weddings more than engagements of anything, because weddings for them is like all and be all, right?
Yeah.
It's like the biggest day of their life.
Yeah.
Pretty much. For some people it is, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're getting like a really big job or you're getting shipped off to Dubai. Something like that. But yeah,
True.
I swear, for some people it is the biggest day of their life and they want like everyone there. And so when you invite someone, when you invite your friend, you invite their family, you're also not just you inviting, it's also your family.
Yeah.
Right? So you got your mom invites her people, your dad invites his people, your brother, your sister, your fiance, your wife, you know, she's got her people as well.
Yeah.
And
so their family's people.
I swear, it makes sense.
But then it's beautiful because you have like that whole community really cares about you and you're showing your respect, and then they're, you know, they care about you by being there, and you know, they or going to sorry,
No,
do I need to talk into the microphone?
I was going to make a statement.
Go for it.
Some people don't give a fuck.
Well,
I'm being honest right now.
Then maybe they shouldn't be winning.
They shouldn't be. That's what I'm saying. Some
I think it's important to have people that care about you there.
Yeah. It's important, but not everyone.
But it's nice to have people that care about you witnessing it. I think that's what I'm getting at. You know, if they all, you know, genuinely have you back and really care about you, I think that's amazing. It doesn't matter if you have 5 or you have, you know, 5,000. I think that's awesome. But definitely, it should be people that
should be.
Care about you for
Sometimes
sure.
it's not like you go to a party or two and you see people just sitting down doing nothing. It's like you're at a party, like at least pretend that you're having fun. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Make believe a little bit. But also like some people, not everyone, invite as much people as they can so that they can make money back for their weddings, which is kind of ridiculous. Have you seen that whole little donation box?
I have. I wonder though, because obviously you invite people and it costs you to have them there.
Yes.
Are you going to be, is it actually like, if you're doing it for a monetary reason, inviting, you know, an extra 200 people, is that actually going to make you money and like cover all of that cost? Is it going to actually make you money, or is you still going to, is it you going to break even? Like,
it's a 50-50 chance. It could make you a little bit.
What if you lost money from it and you didn't even want the people there?
No, but here's how they think about it. So think about it like this. So if you go to book a wedding, you're going to go to the ballroom. They're going to charge you something like, let's say, approximately $70 for a seat. Okay. $70 for a seat, included meal, included food for 5 hours. If you invite, let's say, 200 people. Okay. Each person comes in. How many dollars is that? 70 times 200. That's something like $1,400. No, not 1,400. Is that 14? Okay, 1,400. $1,400. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
It is.
How is it?
$70
times 200 people.
Yeah, 1 times 2.
Yeah,
14
that's 14.
14,000.
3 zeros.
3 zeros, how much is it?
3 zeros,
14,000.
400. No, it's not. 14,000. Yeah, 14,000.
Yeah.
So 14,000, 14K.
Yeah.
That's for 200 people.
Yeah.
Okay. Say each person comes down and they put an envelope of $100.
Then you're making money.
Then you make money. If each person put $100.
But is that guaranteed
that's
that they're going to, do you know what I mean? Like,
no. That's why
it seems like a bit of a gamble.
it is a gamble.
But that's for me. Like,
Yeah, but you're talking about 200 people. And so if, say for example, 50% of those people put $100, how much is that? You have 100 people. If 100 people $100,
you've
that's
got,
like 10K.
10,000, yeah.
$10,000.
Yeah.
You're already like almost breaking even. And that's
True.
with 50%.
True.
And so technically,
Yes, okay.
instead of spending 14,000 on the wedding, you virtually spend 4,000.
Hey, I guess if you want to make some money at your wedding, that's great too.
Yeah. Well,
helps pay for like some of the other things.
Yeah, but that's how people think about it sometimes.
That's interesting.
It is interesting, but it's diabolical.
I've heard people talk about that, and I've never probably like done the numbers properly. I'm like, are you even making money from that? There you go.
Yeah, some people do, but I don't think you can. It's just a whole lot of bullshit to think about, really. It's a special day. You can't just sit down and work out, oh, I'm spending this much, I'm spending that much, I'm getting back this much. Plus, you're inviting people for your event. The whole thing when you go out and leave money is just ridiculous. The whole donation box is so ridiculous. It's like, you're inviting me to your wedding. Why should I have to pay for you if I'm a guest? It's inappropriate. Yeah. You're having a guest over and you're telling them, all right, now
now you've got to pay for loving a seat. But I think it's like, it's a gift to the couple though, for like your life gift. Moving forward.
Yes, but you can give him something instead of like money, right?
It used to be a lot more about gifts, didn't it? You know, like you'd give a physical gift.
Yes.
But
dude, I think
not that doesn't happen very often now.
Fijians do whale tooth.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Why the whale tooth?
Because it's exotic.
Wow.
Like not a lot of people can do it, because if you
Where
have
do they get them from?
a whale.
Yeah, but obviously, do they go out and like get them themselves
like
though? Like,
yeah.
Oh my
that's
goodness.
how they used to do it back in the day.
Wow.
That's why it's
so it's like so that's a really special gift. Like someone could have died
gift.
trying to get that gift.
100%, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's not just a whale tooth. They have like a whole set of gifts, but that's like the most exotic one.
Okay, so if you get the whale tooth, it's like,
yeah,
it's a good gift.
It's a good gift. It's like it's a show of respect.
Yeah.
It's like I went and spend the extra mile to get you whatever I get you right now, which is the whale tooth.
Yeah.
And it's a big fucking animal, the whale.
Oh.
So you gotta wrestle a whale or
I
kill it to get
know.
the tooth. It's huge. It's humongous.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah.
Oh my goodness, you are not well.
I am not well, I can tell you right now.
It's not good.
It's terrible because we were deadlifting the other day, me and Mesh were in the gym. And I do 130, and that was the highest I've done. And for some reason, as soon as I was gonna start, there was 140 just laying there, and I was like,
and you're like, we'll just do. Like,
well,
am I going to change this?
We might as well start with it, right?
Yeah.
And so I've never used the belt before, and I've never used the grip, so I used to go like just as it is, raw, and lift whatever, and see where we go.
Hope for the best.
But I put the belt on. He gave me his belt. He got the grips. I put the grip, and I tried to lift the first time. It didn't go so well. So like everything right here was just stoned immediately.
Oh.
And I put it down. Did I put it down? Yeah, I put it down. I put it down the first time.
You can't even remember. He blacked out.
No. I remember I was behind.
He was watching the whole thing. I put it down the first time. We took like a 2-minute break. I got back to it. I tried to lift it. I did it, right? I struggled. I felt like my ears are bleeding out.
Jeez.
Like everything was just. Have you seen that Tom and Jerry style cartoon when everyone was like?
Yeah.
That was it. That was me for a good 2 seconds. I dropped it. Did it again. On my third set, when I was gonna do my third set, I noticed that this whole thing is gone. It's like stone straight away. And I asked him, should I do it? He said probably not. And so I did it.
You did it anyway.
I did it anyway. And so I did it, and after that I was like, all right, that's fucked. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go back home. I'm gonna have a lot of pain in my back, and I did. And yesterday I did an even more stupid exercise, which was clean and
Press.
clean and press.
Yeah.
Clean and press is like, it's literally pressing on your back, 100%, no breaks. And I was doing it with like 20 kilos. And so now I even fucked my back even more. I went back when I was trying to go to the toilet. And
You need to take a break. You need to take a break from this for your back.
There is no bending over. So now when I want to pick something up, I do that Kim Kardashian squat. So if something's like on the floor, I can't bend, so I have to do this to pick it up. It's so stupid.
I know. I've twinged my back before, and yeah, you're like, who am I? What am I? I'm not old enough to be moving like this.
So every time I want to like pick something up, I do a slut drop, and I feel so bad about it.
I love it.
And I'm like,
I love it. Yeah. Like, hey guys.
It's so stupid. I hate it.
So funny.
But yeah, now all
Look
I have.
after yourself.
I'll try. I had a hot shower in the morning. That's why I can move now.
But now you've been sitting down too long. You can't move anymore.
No. I mean, I got up,
Seasons
so
out.
should be all right.
You need a heat back.
Should be all right. Yeah, should be all right. Do you work out? Do you go gym and all that?
I do work out. I don't actually go to a gym. I cancelled my
Pilates and all
membership
that?
in COVID and then never went back. No, I work out at home.
Oof.
But
Yoga and whatnot.
no, like weights and
Okay.
stuff. And I am a runner. I say
Oh.
that like I run. Seriously, I don't. I run a couple of Ks.
Oh.
No, but I love running. So
2 kilometers is still good though.
yeah, something like that. No, 5.
Yeah, oh.
It's as much as I can go. No, I think I do enjoy working out. Like sometimes, obviously, it's a mental
100%.
mental game to get there. You know, you go, I don't feel like it today. I'm tired or whatever. But I think it's important. For me, like I notice a massive difference just in my mentality, in my motivation, in my energy levels. And so even though I'm not perfect, you know, I don't work out as much as I should and all that, I do really value it because I think it's important to, you know, if you're doing that, you're staying on track, and then you know, you're keeping your mind good, your energy levels good, like your body physically good. And it's the same with like, I'm pretty careful with what I put into my body, not like calorie counting, nothing like that, but just like eating good foods, you know, like vegetables and like actually like quality stuff, because you feel good. And I'm like, well, for me to be the best version of myself, I need to feed into it in all these ways, like physically, mentally, emotionally, like what I'm putting in, how I'm moving, and yeah, if I want to, and I feel like that ties into my work as well and my goals and everything. And, you know, if I'm working on myself personally, I'm going to be better professionally as well. You know, I'm going to be the best version of myself. And so, and like mentally and emotionally, like I'm always working on myself in that regard as well of evaluating and growing, you know, and yeah. Just always growing and finding new ways of like, whether that's something you try or like a different way of thinking, like you're saying, how do I take feedback and advice, and I'll take it on and I'll think about it, and it might make me grow, or I might go, I disagree. But, you know, like always talking to new people and like you give me a different perspective on, you know, your thoughts, and yeah, always looking to grow. It's like if you're not growing, you're dying. So, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, especially, like, it's good that you mentioned, especially with your job, because like if your mentality is not in the right place, you're gonna feel miserable all the time.
Yeah,
and even when you go to perform, the music is probably gonna sound miserable too.
100%. You know, I want to walk into every performance feeling great, like mentally, physically, emotionally. I want to be in a really good space. Like that's not to say if I'm having a bad day, like something happens that affects me, I'm still going to go in there and, you know, compartmentalize, and that's fine, and I'll give a great performance. But I want to be in a really great space so I enjoy it. But if I'm genuinely enjoying it, like it's going to be a better performance, and I'm going to be a better version of myself, like just to everyone I meet, you know. I want to be that person. So you got to do the behind the scenes work sometimes.
That is great.
Well, every day, you know, you got to do that to stay on track.
It's fucking hard.
It is.
It's so fucking hard.
Where do you struggle with it?
Me?
Yeah.
Doing it on days that I don't wanna.
You know what I've realized recently? Last few years, people talk about motivation. And I used to be like, I'll exercise when I'm motivated and practice when I'm motivated. And like if I have the motivation and the drive to do it. You don't have motivation every day. No. So if you rely on motivation, like if I relied on motivation to work out, it would happen once a week. And if I relied on motivation to practice, it would be whenever I felt like it. And all of that. So I've really realized I need to do it even on the days when I don't want to, when I don't want to work hard, or I don't want to eat well, or I don't want to, not that I don't want to like play, but I might not be in the mood to practice and like have that, dedication. And you might go, I don't feel like it today. On those days, I make myself, because I go, well, if I don't do this, I'm not going to get where I want to get, Yeah. And so I've really learned, and it's kind of a skill I think I'm developing, probably still developing, of like pushing through on those days. You go, I don't want to do this today, and doing it anyway, because then you achieve results, which makes you feel good, but then it keeps you on track, and the next day you might be motivated. You might actually have that motivation, or you might not, and you do it anyway.
Yeah, no.
But for me, I feel like I've got to
100%.
Remember my goal and like my purpose of why am I doing this? Because if it's like I'm just working out to work out, if I'm not feeling like it, I won't do it. What's the point? Yeah. So I've got to like remember my goal, like my reason why.
I think I saw something yesterday. Gary Vee was talking about it. It's a very good quote. He said that if you're grateful about your life and what you have in life, you will never struggle with motivation. If you are truly grateful. And it makes so much sense, because you wake up every day, it's a new day. You can't just sit down and sit your ass on the bed or at your home and do nothing. And sometimes that happens, but you gotta go through it. You gotta go past it. I'm definitely like guilty of that sometimes.
I think that's only human nature, though. Like we're gonna feel everything, that's normal.
But I think I have times where I go soft because I burn myself out. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind having that one mushy week or like 2 days where that I'm like just like fuck everything to the wall. I'll just be okay this day. Yeah. And then the next 1-2 months, I'll just get back to the same routine. Yeah. Like I have that one day every blue moon, but sometimes that one day can extend.
And I think that's it. Like even a week, if you have a week where you're being a bit slack with whatever it is, let's call it exercise or whatever, motivation in any area, that's fine. Like everyone is going to have times when they're, we're having a tough time somewhere else, or life's a bit stressful, or we just, need a break from whatever it is we're doing. That's fine. But yeah, if it continues, that's when you're no longer on track. Because like if you let that happen for a few months, well, then you're not growing in those few months.
What are 3 things you can't live without?
3 things I can't live without. My family. This is hard.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's not that bad. So just 3 things.
3 things. Definitely my family. Okay. I would say my music because it brings me so much joy. So I think I'd be a very different person without it. And connection. Connection with others.
Why connection? Why can't you just live without it?
I think that's what we all live for. Is, connection to others, and like genuine connection, which is, we have our friends, we have our family. But yeah, I think it's genuine connection with people, because without that, what's life about? Go to work and do things.
What does it do to you?
I think it makes you happy. Okay. And I think it fulfills you. But I also think it's a basic human need, connection with others. It's my opinion.
Okay. With that being said, who's the most valuable person in your life?
most valuable person.
It's gotta be one.
Not to be like self-centered or anything, but I would have to say myself, because
Okay.
you live with yourself every single day. And so, like, I'm no one without myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't exist. But I also think it's important to, you know, like your connection with yourself is really important. And I think a lot of people aren't connected to themselves. Like, they don't understand maybe who they are or what drives them to be the person they are.
That's different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it's very good.
It's a hard one. I was like, I can't choose one person.
But it's a good answer, though. You're not wrong about it.
I think people don't think about it enough. It's always like outside themselves, of like, and things to fulfill them in, as well. But you know, it's important to know your connection with yourself.
What is something you're most grateful for?
My life, and my family. I love my family. When you're saying who could I not live without, like my whole family. So that's why I was like, I can't choose one person. So grateful for like, and my husband's included in that now. My whole family, they're just amazing people, and they've helped me become who I am. Yeah, just really, really important people to me. So very grateful for them.
Do you want to do rapid fire questions?
Sure. Oh God,
I mean,
I'm going to be so bad at
I've
this.
already started. But
Yeah. Does this mean short answers?
It could be.
Okay.
Who is Tahnaya without the violin?
I think I'm a genuine person. I'm a friend. I'm a, you know, empathetic person, I think. You know, everything I said at the beginning.
Oh.
Daughter, wife.
I already asked this, but craziest gig.
Craziest.
Yes.
Like most, I don't.
Pretty hard one, yeah.
It is hard. I've done so many random things. I'm like, I don't know what's the craziest.
The one that's so eccentric, so out there.
You know what? I'm going to like think of something when I leave here and be like, that was the craziest one.
Okay. Probably performing on a podcast.
Yeah, probably. Definitely. I don't even know. Like, I've played at so many like random, like so many events. Obviously, we talk about, but like random times. Like even I was in Europe earlier this year, and walking down the street, like I didn't have my violin with me.
We're in Europe.
We went all over, but this was in Italy. We're walking down the street in Rome, and I see this violinist playing, and I'm like, how cool is this? We go and talk to him. You know, he's basking and playing, like amazing violinist.
Nice.
And he goes, oh, do you want to play? I'm like, yeah, cool. So I start like playing his violin, you know. So it's like not crazy, but like random, you know, you never know where you're going to find yourself.
That's so cool. Oh, well, that's amazing.
Playing on the streets of Rome made him a few bucks.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, keep playing. That was great.
Taking shifts.
That's it. So.
Okay. If you could talk to one person, dead or alive, right now, who would it be and why? What would you say?
Dead or alive?
Yes.
No, I would talk to my younger self.
Okay.
And just I would tell her that to keep following her passion, and that it's all like you can do all the things you've dreamed of doing, like what we spoke about, out of the box stuff, and that it's all going to work out. To just have a little bit more faith.
Did you not think that when you were young?
I mean, I had a lot of, I guess, like trust, and I had a lot of support. My family was so supportive. I wouldn't be where I am now without their support and like they're just, you have your doubts and especially my mum, like I talk to her every day. We're like best friends. And she was always so supportive from the beginning of like, yeah, if you want to make a career out of this, go for it. And it's like everyone tells you, oh, you can't do music as a career. You won't earn any money. You won't be successful. You can't amplify a violin. You can't play at weddings. Like you just can't, you won't be successful. And like even up until too recently, friends and family, you talk to them, oh, so like what do you want to be doing? Like what's your real job going to be? Like, huh?
Till this day?
It's happened even this year.
Jesus.
Yeah, and so I perform full time. I teach violin. I perform, like it's my full time. Music is my full time job, okay. And it has been for years now. And so if you listen to those people, then you won't. Eventually you're going to stop doing it. You'll be like, oh well, I can't do this. And if you listen to them, then you'll follow their advice. Whereas my family was always so supportive, and I talked, oh, am I even going to be able to make it? And you have your hard times. It's like it's takes time to build up and to make it a full-time thing. And she was always so supportive. And my whole family, but like immediate family. But yeah, you have people that are constantly doubting, constantly telling you can't do it and that you won't make it and you couldn't possibly earn a living doing this and doing your passion. Like passions are for hobbies, and I, so I would tell myself that if from the point that I am now, because it's one thing to have someone tell it to you, but if you're telling it to yourself, you're going to believe it. I was pretty good. I had a lot of support, and I had a lot of, I guess, like faith or trust that it'd work out, and determination too. So that helps. Didn't give up.
Oh yeah, which is pretty good. But don't you think some people don't? I think it's very unfortunate that some people don't even have that. They don't have the support of their families.
Oh,
and it can come for so many reasons. It can come for so many different factors. Like some people, like especially if you're Middle Eastern, man, no one's gonna tell you to be a musician. Rarely, ever, rarely, unless you're from a family that's wealthy, comfortable with money, or a really open-minded family. But if you're on the lower end, they're gonna tell you to go do something that's more realistic, that's gonna get you more money, which is 75%, 80% of the population.
Yeah, 100%. And I will say that you say Middle Eastern, like. In the Western culture, it's the same. It's like, my family's a bit out of the box of being so supportive, and like we didn't grow up wealthy, so it wasn't like I had the luxury to fall back on my parents and be like, I don't know, I'm not earning money, it's fine. We were never given pocket money or anything like that, like my friends were, and my first job, I was busking on the streets with my violin. When I first started, like as soon as I knew some songs, because I was like, how can I earn some money? I want a really nice violin. I don't have thousands of dollars sitting there, so how am I going to do this? So I went busking and like saved up for my violin that way. And so like you've always, I've had to work hard, but I had a supportive family. So I think even in like Western culture, it's still not supportive. Like I knew so many musicians, amazing musicians, like could play so well when I was learning, that could have easily made a career in music. Well, not easily, it's not really an easy industry, but talent-wise, 100%. And I've got to become a doctor or something, because that's not going to pay the bills. And that made me really sad, because I had the supportive family that was like, of course you can. Go for it. We're going to support you, like, not financially, but, support you emotionally and everything. So it made me really sad. It actually makes me sad when people can't follow their passions or aren't supported to follow their passions.
Well, some people really can't, that's the worst thing. It's not people not going after it willingly because they're lazy or something. They just can't. They can't afford to. And it's like a ticking time bomb, pretty much. the more you delay it, the worse and the harder it is going to be for you to go after something you like. So the
See,
earlier
I
you
actually
start.
disagree with you.
Why?
Because I understand what you're saying. Like, you might not be in a financial position to, but I don't think it's ever too late to pursue your passion.
How so?
I just don't think there's a time limit.
Okay.
So, like, if you get to 50 and your passion has been whatever, let's say musician, because I'm a musician, why can't you make it then? Because society tells you can't? That doesn't mean you can't.
I don't think it's more society. I think about it more than, think about it like this. You're talking about someone, say, for example, has been working in an office job for the past 20 years. He's gone ahead and got married, started a family, got 2 kids, has to work 9 to 5 and maybe an extra job to pay for the bills, feed the kids, keep everyone happy. So is the wife, obviously. In some cases, maybe it's just one of them. It's hard for them to take the time out of the day to go ahead and put the time into their hobbies and passions.
Yeah,
because
100%.
they've put these responsibilities on their plate, rightfully so. Like, you want to be in a family, you want to be happy, you want to do all these things. So it's kind of hard for them to go ahead and go, all right, well, fuck it, I'm not going to go to my second job so I can chase whatever passion I have. They can't. They just don't have that luxury.
For sure.
That's why I think that the older you get, the more responsibilities you adapt, the harder it becomes.
Yeah. And I think your priorities and your values change. So you might be able to do it. You might even like financially be able to do it, but you might go, well, I'm not going to be putting the time or the money or the energy into that because my priority is going to be my family or my priority is going to be something else. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Unless you're like really, if you're someone that doesn't have family, doesn't have as much responsibilities, doesn't have anything else, like sure, you can go ahead and do it. If you're a guy if you're a woman or a guy that's like 50-year-old, you're single, you don't have that many responsibilities and you're not struggling financially, sure, go ahead. Yeah. Right? But for the average people, it's very hard.
Yeah,
it's difficult.
For sure.
It's a fucking struggle.
100%.
But I get what you mean.
It's not easy.
No. I want to ask you, if you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would it be?
Other than right here talking to you. It's pretty good. I'd go back. I'd be in Europe.
Europe?
Yeah.
Anywhere specific? Or?
Probably Italy. I love Italy.
Why?
In the sunshine.
Somewhere in Italy?
Yeah.
Jesus. Venice or just wherever?
No, probably not even Venice. Just, I don't know, by the beach or Tuscany or... I love it. I can't even put my finger on it. Like I can say, it's the food and the wine and the people and the language and the music and the culture, but I think it's just everything.
Okay, stop it. I'm drooling.
Sorry. I love it. But no, I try and be happy where I am. I'll just book another holiday.
You got me excited for some really good oven-baked pizza. Not even oven-baked. Have you seen that? Stone bakery. What do they call it? Wood-fired.
Yeah. Oh, the amount of pizza and pasta I ate over there is like ridiculous. Yeah.
I swear to God, I'll give free promotion. There's that place in Northcote. Have you been to it? It's called Tempo. It's in Northcote. It's a very good pizza place. So. I go there and I just go...
All right, I'm going to have to check it out.
So fucking good. So good. I always get that lasagna pizza. So fucking
lasagna
juicy.
Pizza. We know where he's going later.
And I'm hungry too. Oh Lord, if I get my hands on that pizza tonight.
That's so good.
All right, we know what we're doing tonight.
That's it. From here, you be like pizza. I mean, I had Italian pizza last night, so I can't complain.
Oh my God. Can you imagine a world with that pizza?
It'd be a little bit worse.
Everyone would run amok. Everyone would go uncivilized. Would be monkeys. Would be gorillas eating each other.
Would not quite be. The world would not be the same. No, because people could still make it. They just couldn't call it pizza. So you'd still make it, but it wouldn't be. You'd like call it dough.
But what if they copyrighted it? What if they copy strike pizza and the only way you could eat pizza is to go to Italy?
You would make it in secret in your own home.
That's diabolical. And if someone finds out that you're making it and they're walking past,
you give them a piece. They'll be like, yes, it's fine.
It would start a whole war.
You probably could actually. Oh my goodness.
So I know this couple that in Donnybrook, they make very good pizza out of their garage. Like they turn their garage into a fancy little, pizza making shop.
Very
and they
nice.
make it wood fired as well. It's so
I love
fucking
it.
good. That's the first place I'll be raiding when it goes haywire. When things go ass up. I'll
Like,
seek
but I got
shelter.
the pizza. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I'll
It's
get
all
the pizza, I
good.
swear. I'll seek shelter in their house.
I love it. That's actually amazing.
Oh, I wanted to ask, what's your favorite pop song to play off your memory?
Favorite? Why are we doing favorites? How can I choose it? It changes. It changes.
What if you could play something so perfect right now? What would it be? Yeah, you'd enjoy.
So a song that like I consistently enjoy playing, because like you go through stages and there'll be a song that like I'll love to play for a while and then you might play it too much and you're like, okay, it's not my favorite anymore. I love Despacito.
Oh.
Yeah, because I feel
Ooh.
like universally, okay, there's a bit of controversy, but usually universally, like people tend to enjoy the song.
Okay.
It's do you like the song? Am I getting myself in a hole?
No comment.
Ooh, maybe not. Okay,
How long has it been now? 3 years? I think now.
a while.
Yeah,
Longer, probably longer.
Yeah. It got to a point where people are now just okay listening to it again.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, yeah, it's definitely been overdone. But I feel like it's got like I love the beat. It's got a bit of a like a rolling kind of a beat to it, which I like. Makes me happy, and the tune's quite fun. Like it varies. It's something that like most people know. A bit of a party tune, but like not only a party tune, so you can play it, and it doesn't have to be like a party.
Okay.
Can be background music too.
What else? What else have you got
Oh,
in your repertoire?
so many.
Really?
Have a look. Have a look.
Do you have it on your phone?
This is some of, yeah, this is some.
Let me see.
Actually, the first 7 on there are the ones I released on Spotify
Okay.
this year.
Also like
Which is-
covers. Young and Beautiful. Is that Lana Del Rey?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
So, I did like all a bit more like love songs. Some typical love songs. Next one will be like a bit more party.
That's insane. If you do party, can you please do Alors on Dance by Stromae?
Oh yes,
Bum, 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 bum,
that's a good
bum.
one.
You have an Arab one called Nasib?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I play. Surely I play a whole bunch of Arab music.
Yeah. That's a long playlist.
That's not even all of it. That's just like the ones I
Over
play
the
really
rainbow.
regularly.
You have Silence of 3 minutes.
Oh no, that's not a song. That's to separate the playlist so that when you play a first dance or something, it's not going straight into the next song.
No, I know what it is because I use it sometimes as well.
Oh right, yeah. I'm like that's in every single one of my playlists. I'm like, what's this? I'm like, oh, I don't mind that.
Okay.
So, but like, varied, bit of everything.
Wait, I picked on one song. What did I pick on?
Oh, I don't know.
Hold on, let me see.
Have a look again.
Let me see. Oh, you got the podcast down there. That's nice.
That's it.
Wait.
Oh yeah, I got you listening to your podcast. I was like, what's that? Yeah, good times.
Can you do Young and Beautiful off the top of your head, or do you need
Yes.
sheet?
No.
Really?
I don't need sheet music if I know the song.
Can we do it now?
Of course.
Thanks. I like that song.
It's actually such a beautiful song.
Have you seen the
way
movie?
Too close. Yeah. Beautiful movie.
Such a good movie.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit of a classic.
Daisy is such a bitch, man. I think it's my most hated character of all time.
I do wonder about her motives sometimes, her actions sometimes.
Everyone wonders. Can we get the gain up a little bit? Just a little bit.
I'm just gonna
Put
do
it to an 8.
Yes.
So beautiful, man. Put a tear into my eye.
It's making you emotional. I love it. Are you okay?
So
I actually love that. That's for me. I'm like, if I can make someone feel some kind of emotion, I'm happy. Like then I feel like I've touched someone.
Beautiful.
So thank you. That's actually
that was so good. It was so good. Put me in a mood. Put me in her mood. Put me in her mood. I swear to God. But it's so strange. Like you hit 1 string, 2 strings, 3 strings, and now you're in a whole different dimension. That's how music usually is. Because like good music can take you to places. Good music can put you in dimensions you never imagine yourself you'd be at.
Yeah.
Good music can put your head in a state that nothing else can put it in.
Yeah. And it can change your mood like so quick. You know, it can make you feel happy, it can make you feel sad. Like I literally like I've got music that I know if I'm needing motivation, I'll put that on. Or if I need a pick-me-up, I'll put that on. Or if I want to, you know, relax, I'll put that on. And it's a few notes, you know, just put together in a certain way. It makes you feel a kind of way. Yeah,
so beautiful.
Amazing.
I think this is a good place for us to wrap it up.
Perfect.
It's a good spot for us to wrap it up. Okay, Tahnaya, thank you very much for coming. I didn't introduce you at the start, so I'll do it right now with an outro. It's kind of unorthodox because we never do anything the proper way. My heart fell out.
Oh no! I was actually admiring that.
How poetic is it? You ripped my heart out with that note. There we go.
It's all right. We'll sew it back together. It's fine.
No, I love this. My friend gave it to me. I cherish
amazing.
This. It's beautiful.
Oh,
she knitted it by hand.
Yeah, it looks
So
crocheted or
good,
something.
yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, she's good with that. Well, yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been such a pleasure to be here.
It's amazing to have you here, guys. Tahnaya Wynne. Win.
Like a winner. Like I won something. Yeah.
Okay. Could have been part of the Bruce family, but there we go. Yeah. Bruce Wayne family, but close. So close to be a Batman cousin. Yeah.
Isn't that Willis? Is it?
No, not Willis. Willis is...
Don't worry.
Bruce Willis.
See, I told you I didn't know names.
Bruce Wayne was talking.
Oh, sorry. No, Wynne. Yeah.
Wynne, yeah.
Close, but not quite.
Well, that's pretty good, though. Such a poetic name. May you always be winning.
Thank you.
What the hell is that? That's an Uber Eats order. But yeah. Guys, for people that don't know, by listening, she's a violinist. She's been doing weddings, events, and pretty much putting joy in people's hearts for about 15 years now.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Thank you so much for coming. Go check her out. Where can we find you? I'll tag you. I'll probably overwhelm you with the amount of videos.
No, I love it. This is good.
Yeah, you don't have to,
Thank you so much for having me, though. This has been wonderful. You can find me on Instagram, Tahnaya Wynne Violinist, website, Tahnaya Wynne Violinist, Facebook. You can find me on Spotify and listen to my music, Tahnaya Wynne Violinist.
Check out the album.
Just put that in and it'll come up.
There we go. Okay. Tahnaya, thank you very much for coming. Thank you guys for listening. And anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
No, just thanks so much for having me. This is really wonderful.
All
really
right.
enjoyed myself.
Thank you, Exxon. Thank you, Spectrum, for providing the space. I always fuck it up. Jesus Christ. I need to change it. Thank you, Exxon. Thank you, Spectrum, for providing the... See, it's so hard. So hard.
I don't know what you're going to say.
Thank you, Exxon. Thank you, Spectrum, for providing the space. Oh, there we go. Finally. All right. So I need to change it. They need to change the name of this place. It's so,
Yeah, it's hard.
Thank you, Spectrum doesn't work out. So I need maybe thank you, Spectrum, for fuck it. I'm not going to try again.
Do you want me to say it?
Yes, please.
What are we saying? Thank you, Spectrum, for providing the space for us today.
Yes. Thank you very much.
You just got to say it slower.
Thank you, Spectrum, for providing the space today. There we go. I just go fast, yeah? All right.
You got to that and you're like...
Yeah, I swear, yeah. But it's very good. Thank you guys for listening. Tahnaya, we're going to wrap it up right here.
Amazing.
And hope everyone has a great day, great week, whatever you're doing. And we'll probably see you around. All right.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.